Hello, it is I, the Great Taco, back for yet another mock review. So, it's been a while, so I thought it would be fitting to continue my Toa. So, this is Dragaeo. He's a Toa of ice, and he's kind of basic, honestly. Uses the same torso design, general torso design as Devolta, with the same basic structure with the Vaki leg in the middle, with the Hordika heads coming off the side for the arm attachments. But the pelvis is completely custom. So, let's also start with the weapons. So, I'm going to remove both of them here. I'm going to start with his bow. Now, this is an unstringed bow, and that's because he kind of takes elemental energy, stretches it out into something that looks like this, and then just kind of lets it loose. It's kind of basic, but, I mean, it looks cool, so we'll go with it. And this is first of 3 scepters that I will show here. Not in this video necessarily, but in future ones, definitely. This is the scepter, this is the Spherus Scepter, which basically controls time flow. Not time travel, but it controls how fast or slow time moves. And that's basically his main big ability, or one of them at least. So, and actually he can attach it to his bow and shoot time arrows. So that actually does look kind of cool, but when I store them separately on his back, so yeah. Also, when it's activated, this will glow blue when I use the opalescent amulet from Ninjago that came in the Hydra Bounty and any really Sea-bound Ninjago sets from last year's Summer Wave. So you can kind of see the difference there. So moving on, I'm going to start with the legs. So these are actually really proud of the way these look for seemingly no reason. They have a really good shape to them, and then on top of having really good armoring. So he doesn't get more than a 90-degree bend because of how I attach the Vaki leg. That's because I wanted it to be curved up on the back and not be, well, that. So I think this ends up working a little bit better, even if it gives him less articulation in the long run. He uses Mata feet, pretty basic articulation there. He has basic hip articulation as well. A lot of it too, actually. Then I actually put this little piping on the side of his legs. Actually, kind of the armor is attached from the back. Yeah, so that kind of just doesn't look barren. So yeah, there's that for the legs. The torso, he has the kind of a side to side, but he has a huge ab crunch, which is super useful. Arms are pretty basic. Has more articulation than the legs because of the way I attach the Vaki arms once more. Then he has fingers. This is one of 2 mocks that I used this kind of hand design on. You might not be able, if you didn't notice, the hand design on this one is different. Usually I'll attach the fingers on this side because of the way I attach weapons, but the way I attach weapons on this one is through taking these and flipping them 90 degrees, so it requires a different hand design. And actually he is asymmetrical, so this arm has this little kind of tank looking thing here. And that's kind of to store thermal energy so that he can create different heat or different temperature arrows at a minuscule difference. So I'm pretty proud of that element of him too, actually. His head is just basic 2015 head with the 2015 eye stalk, and then he has Kopaka's golden mask. Because he is actually, in universe, he is from Okoto. And yes, I'm doing that, combining G2 and G1. And actually, this is the most notable piece on him is this. I found this super interesting. I believe, from what I have heard from people on Discord, is that this came in a Mindstorm set years and years ago. And if you can't tell, this is actually off-white. So this isn't white, this is an off-color, so kind of like what came on Flock. So you can kind of see, it's like a more muted color. It's closer to light gray. But it's not quite at that point. It's still much lighter. I also just wanted to find use for the piece, so I did. If I can get it back on, there we go. And honestly, that's pretty much it. There's really not that much on him to discuss. He's definitely a more thought out Toa than my other ones. So, yeah, I guess that's it. Ciao.